Hey guys, it's Matt. It is Wednesday, May 20th. I'll try to do a quick update here. I know every time I say that, it ends up being a long, rambling episode. But what a. This morning was junk. What a halt fest. Like, just a shit show. Look at this thing, man. This is just one of them. It halts here at 6:33, resumes at 6:38. This is PHUN for anyone who's, I don't know, blind and can't see that on the screen. Resumes at 6:38, halts at 6:39, resumes at 6:44, halts at 6:44, resumes at 6:49, halts at 6:50. I mean, this was just over and over and over again. And then some of them were like random 6-minute resumptions, I think, on this one. It was just, and there were a ton of stocks halting this morning. There were other names doing exactly this or close to it. And that's just, I don't understand how this is good for a market. How does this make it how does this make it safe or better for anyone? I don't get it. I mean, look at this. How does it make it safe if you get halted here at 283 and then it opens at 217? How is that good for anyone who's holding shares there? That's terrible. I mean, that's how you get blown up, right? You don't have the option to get out here at 270 or 260. I mean, obviously, if this thing keeps trading, it's going to be volatile, but I don't know. I feel like, I guess, I don't know, too much of a libertarian. I feel like markets work themselves out, and anybody who can't hack it can get the hell out. But the whole halting thing just bothers me. Anyway, it wasn't fun trading yesterday with like Pixie and some of the other names. It was fun trading. They were whipping around, but it was. And I realized that part of the halting is that this thing's so low priced that when it does shoot up, it's the 10% band only goes so far. But anyway, I did a little resumption long play here where I got in at $1.50 and got out at $1.60. In hindsight, obviously, right? We could have held that for a while. Um, I did have some too where I tried to jump in and just didn't get filled. So there were two on this name. In fact, back here at 6:38, I hit the button at 125 and didn't get filled. That would have been a nice fill there. And then also at 6:55, which is here, I punched an order at 193, which is that's the low. That would have been a bottom tick there. Also would have been nice, but that's part of using Thinkorswim right now. I mean, you can't punch the button on something that's moving this fast and expect to get filled all the time, and that's okay. I'm all right with it. So this was the only trade I ended up taking on this because when I stopped getting filled like that, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna end up chasing it. I'm gonna miss a fill and then hit the button again high, and then it's gonna roll over, and I'm gonna get halted going down, which could have happened up here. So I just kind of laid back and I was like, all right, I'm up. I was up $4 on the name from this trade here, and that was it. So then at somewhere in the meantime here, I'm, I'm watching this thing. It popped up on one of my scanners, and it was up here. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what it hit this high at 203, and it dropped down. And I saw on the bid it was like 192 or something. And I swear I probably just hesitated for a half second. I hit the button, and when I hit the button, all of a sudden the bid is back up to like 201. So I got filled, and somehow I don't know what the hell was going on. I hit the button twice. So I got 80 shares at 201, which is way higher than I wanted. I didn't expect this thing to just rip. I was looking for like just a dip and see if it could pop up back over two and I could just get out. But now I'm filled at 201. I sit through this little pullback. I take some shares out at 198 because I'm like, I just need to size down. I don't need to be holding 80 shares of this if it rolls over. Um, and then here I got out at 203. So it ended up only being like a 40 cent loss. So that was good because then it did roll over and that would have sucked, especially with all the size that I had. Again, 80 shares not being much for most people, but for where I'm at right now and the buying power that I have, it's quite a bit. So yeah, I was lucky to get out of that one alive. That was it for the day. So I ended up $3.60, which yeah, that's not a whole lot for the day, but with the way things were trading, I'm happy to just get out with my ass intact, which I believe is how I stated it in my journal. Uh, let's see. So, oh yeah, sorry. That's what my curve looks like at the moment since starting this back in. Oh, shit, I keep hitting the wrong button. It's been a long day already. Um, so I started back here in March, and it's my total profit and losses 46.48. A couple big losses that I took there when I sized up, but then my bounce backs. I literally took losses on both days that I jumped to like taking 20 shares here and 40 shares here and took losses on both those days. So they look huge compared to the days prior, but really per share wise they weren't that big. It was just that it was a larger position size. So today small winner. Let's see where I'm at. I'd like this number to come up. Average per share gain loss. I did work out that with commissions, the CMEG, they obviously they're taking about a penny round trip. So yeah, that should well, a penny round trip or $3 round trip. It depends how much share size you're you're using. But anyway, this number should come up, and then that would make my total profitability better, obviously. But I'm happy where I'm at right now. We got about 80% win rate, which that was higher. For a while, we were in the mid 80s there. So it's dipped a little bit because I'm taking these like a loss every day recently, which is not great. But of course, when you hit the button by accident twice, like I did today, I don't know if it was by accident, but it was just at the wrong time. Um, but anyway, the numbers are still working out. I'm still profitable, and another couple of days of um, 40 share positions, and we should be okay. And hopefully we get some more trading like we did yesterday with Pixie. That was nice. Um, oh, I did hear from CMEG today, just actually like 30 minutes ago, that my account is approved. And so I'm going to get that funded, get the ball rolling over there, and hopefully start 6-1. I'll be uh, I'll be in that account trading on margin and using DOS as the platform. I've used DOS before in a simulator condition, so it's been a couple of years, but I'm pretty confident that once I start playing around with it, it'll bounce back, and I'll get used to the style of trading with that, with maybe using some hotkeys and order entry rather than the Thinkorswim stuff we've got going on now with all the buttons and whatnot. So this is what here. I'll make this look. Oh, what was that? I'll make this look. So this is what this is what it looks like when I trade now. Anybody who's not familiar, you're just really just punching buttons to get in and out, which I've gotten used to. And honestly, if Thinkorswim was just faster at execution, I wouldn't mind this at all. It's pretty easy. One thing it doesn't allow for, especially right now, is really kind of like getting out half positions. Where I know like hotkeys can, you've got a hotkey for selling half your position, or depending on the platform, or just selling a certain amount of shares. That can make it a little easier. This system here of having to adjust share size and just getting in and out of this box and having it actually register with the changes you've made, because you have to click somewhere else. I've found even sometimes that doesn't work. Um, that's a little drawback to Thinkorswim. But again, it's not a platform that's built for what I'm doing. So, anywho, I think that's enough for now. I'll stop rambling. I gotta go back to work actually. So, no trading tomorrow. I've got my other obligation that will take me through the end of this month on Thursdays. And then once June hits, I'll be able to trade 5 days a week. And Ollie, take us out, buddy. Louder. Oh, now he's shy. That's my cat. All right, I'm out.